So yes, guys, old nemesis, familiar face, back on the channel. You may have seen him recently on Evoke Tennis, fellow tennis YouTuber. I'll link that description below because definitely go check it out if you're into match highlights. But former D3 player at LVC, here to kick my can in front of the Trashman faithful.
One last time.
Yeah, moving away, so one last hurrah in good style. So we played, what, 2 years ago now? I'll link
for the first time.
upper right hand corner right now for that match. And I think there was some cream cheese smothering going on. One of us ate a bagel, and we won't say who. Are you better now, more complete of a player now, or when you were in college?
That's a tough question. I think in college we practiced every day, so I could focus on things more, like a lot of drills. But now I feel like I'm just more experienced, so I have that going for me. It's tough to say, honestly.
Okay, I was gonna say that's not a clear answer.
I'll probably say in college, just because of the practice.
Okay.
Constantly, like you can work on anything you want. Tough question though.
All right, man. Well, good stuff.
All right, can't wait.
Yes, sir.
So here we go, the underdog with a huge undertaking before him, trying to knock off the D3 player. First point, sticking a couple volleys, sticking it to him. Always nice to win points on your aggressive terms, but I will say that first volley was straight off the throat, a shank of epic proportions. But what can I say? I needed all the help I could get, even if it was in the form of complete luck. Fun little point there on the run. Forehand error dumps into the net. And break point is evaded.
I got a horseshoe up my butt. I stuffed it up there earlier.
Again, a couple lucky shots already adding up. But I needed all I could get. I was, as I said, all the help I could get would be welcome if I'm to get this upset going. And there's the opening game that turns into the opening break. Just didn't do enough with the overhead smash and the low percentage tweener. Not to be, but on the run forehand, sticks it to his feet, turns the point on his head, and finishes it. And believe it or not, that was break point for yours truly. Nobody saw that coming, but an exchange of breaks early on, back to a level playing field. As that volley leaves me stranded in no man's land. And a couple encouraging things to touch on that I was displaying early and often, and then one really disturbing takeaway from this match that we'll touch on. But of course, the encouraging. Talk about the good, bad, and ugly. How's that? The good, nice defense. Look at that, being stretched. This guy, 4.5 caliber, really knows how to get me running. But the defense there, that point is a perfect example. Getting balls back, and getting balls back translates into winning points somehow, some way. So being on the run and playing at a fast pace is not easy. A lot of errors are drawn in that regard, but somehow, some way, keeping up with that tempo, and encouraging sign for sure that, at least from the ground stroke perspective, I'm nearing that 4.5 level. And look at that, no sooner did those words leave my mouth than a forehand error comes off the racket. But by and large, I was doing rather well in that regard. The other encouraging part is my returns. I was getting good depth on them. And in this game, I finally showed some quality on my service game. Serve +1 there. At this point, I believe, is another nice combo. Yep, short return. Put myself in advantageous position. Overhead smash. And then it leads to this, capping it off in style with the serve and volley. Woo! Nice acute angle. Way to get him running and almost thrown into the chain link fence there. Solid hold to stay within touching distance, kind of hanging around. Still down a break though. And yeah, his games, look at that. Way to stretch me. That's what I was mentioning earlier with his ability to open up the court. Real nice. Cat and mouse, fun point, not enough on the backhand volley. Outer tape, man, cruel, and I go for broke, and the magic didn't shake out. back to a full consolidated break between the two of us. Another overhead smash after picking my spot. That's good to see. But in double trouble, 540. And try to get way too cute, and the bowling point is met. So 2-5, double break between us. Look at that for a contact point. Over the shoulder, 8 feet behind the baseline. Good golly, Miss Molly, that's a clay court kick if I've ever seen one. Wow. Had to put the frozen frame on it for you to fully gauge it. And as I was mentioning, this is a game where I had a lot of good returns. Right there, that's some good depth. And the continued pressure draws the error, and a surprise break late. Could it spark something? And no, because I never got my serve going as I double fault the set away. And look at that. I'm in the wrong business, folks. I should be in javelin throwing or axe throwing or something, because look at that. Bullseye in the chain link. Bet you never seen that. Don't you dare try that at home, kids. If there were a crowd or an umpire, I would have been ejected and somebody would have been impaled for sure. But thank goodness we're at the recreational level and none of that came to fruition. So 3-6 was the first set. 2 breaks between us, but yeah, I was able to break him, I want to say 2 times. He held 2 times, but the disturbing part, as I finally get to it, is that I was only able to hold once, and I was broken a total of 4 times. That is alarming. And it was all a product of poor serving, man, with the double falls. But this is a nice point. Taking that volley out the air. Real good to see. So it's back to the drawing board, back to the practice court, back to the basket of balls. Need to really rectify this serve and get these dubs eliminated if I'm ever going to give a 4-5 a scare or an upset, really. So I'll let you guys kind of enjoy the final couple minutes here, commentary free, but those were my key takeaways. Good defense from the kid, good returns from him, but sorry performance on the serve, and without that I'll never compete at the 4th line level. So work yet to do. But anyways, Young Buck off to the Keystone State, leaving me in the capital of the Commonwealth, Richmond. Next time I see him, mark my words, my powers will have doubled and I will be able to get the dub. Our head-to-head 0-10, I want to say. I've had 10 bites at the apple and haven't been able to take a single dub against him. It's a little bit of a mon fils Djokovic-like relationship, and I'm afraid in this case I'm the Frenchman. But anyways, like and subscribe, man. Trying to grow the channel. Share with your tennis head friends. Let me know in the comments what you think about my game. Am I starting to sniff the 4-5 level, or am I, if you must say it, light years away still? Whatever you do, man, remember the trash bin tennis. All about the tennis trash. We've been. I'll see you on the next one.
You never, bro.